Every year, over 600,000 Americans die from heart disease. And 80% of those deaths could have been prevented. But here's what nobody's telling you. One of the most powerful weapons against this killer has been sitting in your spice cabinet this entire time. Ignored. Forgotten. Collecting dust. And the craziest part? It starts working inside your body within 2 hours of your first dose. Imagine waking up tomorrow with less joint stiffness. Feeling your digestion actually work the way it used to. Noticing your gums aren't bleeding anymore when you brush your teeth. I've ranked the top 10 health benefits of cloves, from least impressive to most life-changing, so you know exactly where the real power is. And the number one benefit? A 2025 study showed it reduced one specific inflammation marker by up to 38%. You might be struggling with pain, sluggish mornings, or blood sugar that won't cooperate. Meanwhile, this tiny spice could flip all three. It's probably in your kitchen right now. But I promise you, you're using it completely wrong. And what I'm about to share directly contradicts what most mainstream health advice has been pushing for decades. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand why your body kept getting worse even though you thought you were doing everything right. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening inside your body right now. After 50, your natural antioxidant defense drops by nearly 40%. There's a process called oxidative stress. Think of it as invisible rust forming on your cells. It ages your organs from the inside out. Without enough defense, your blood vessels stiffen. Your joints swell. Your immune system starts attacking itself. This isn't just about feeling tired or achy. When oxidative stress takes over, everything falls apart. Your heart doesn't pump efficiently. Damaged cells pile up faster than your body can clean them. Chronic inflammation speeds up. And something called silent microinflammation starts building in those weakened tissues. You can't see it. You can't feel it. But it's there. Spreading through your body every single day. The medical establishment will tell you to take more supplements, eat more vegetables, cut out sugar. Sure, those things help a little, but they're treating symptoms. They're not addressing the root cause, your body's collapsing antioxidant defense and the silent microinflammation eating away at your tissues. And this collapse? It's not inevitable. It's reversible. Number 10, reduces chronic inflammation. Root cause of heart disease. Let's start with the big one, chronic low-grade inflammation. Not the kind you can see, like a swollen ankle. The silent, cellular kind. That simmers inside your blood vessels for years, damaging your arteries until one day, a plaque ruptures and you're in an ambulance. Chronic inflammation drives atherosclerosis, the narrowing and hardening of arteries behind heart attacks and strokes. The 2024 Cantos trial in the New England Journal of Medicine proved that reducing inflammation alone, independent of cholesterol, lowered cardiovascular events by 15%. Game changer. Eugenol, the dominant compound in cloves, is a verified anti-inflammatory powerhouse. A study in the Journal of Immunotoxicology showed eugenol inhibits NF-κB, the master switch for inflammatory genes. Eugenol turns down the entire inflammatory cascade. Clove extract also reduces C-reactive protein, CRP, per a study in Food and Chemical Toxicology. Elevated CRP is directly tied to cardiovascular risk. Some physicians say it matters as much as cholesterol. And cloves fight inflammation through multiple pathways, flavonoids like camphorol, plus beta-caryophyllene, a terpene that binds cannabinoid receptors and reduces inflammation through a completely separate mechanism than eugenol. How to enjoy it: toss 2 cloves into your morning tea or coffee while it brews. Or crush them into powder and sprinkle on oatmeal with honey and cinnamon. Tastes like autumn in a bowl. Number 9. Fights harmful gut bacteria and parasites. Your gut is a war zone, trillions of bacteria. Good guys versus bad guys. When the bad guys win, you get dysbiosis, linked to IBS, brain fog, weakened immunity, and chronic fatigue. A 2025 study in the Journal of Medical Microbiology found clove oil showed potent activity against E. coli, Staph aureus, and Pseudomonas, common culprits behind food poisoning and infections. Eugenol also disrupts biofilms, protective shields harmful bacteria build to resist antibiotics. It breaks those walls down, leaving pathogens exposed. A 2023 study in parasitology research showed clove extract fights intestinal parasites including Giardia. Why cloves appear in traditional antiparasitic protocols worldwide. What's especially clever? Research in BMC complementary and alternative medicine shows eugenol spares beneficial lactobacillus strains while hammering harmful bacteria. Not a carpet bomb, a surgical strike. How to enjoy it: steep 2 whole cloves, a thin slice of ginger, and a squeeze of lemon in hot water for 10 minutes. Sip after a heavy meal, a spa day for your intestines. Number 8. Lowers bad cholesterol, LDL. When LDL particles flood your blood, they infiltrate artery walls, get oxidized, and trigger the inflammatory chain reaction we just covered. Over time, this builds arterial plaque, the ticking time bomb behind most heart attacks. I'm not telling you to ditch your prescriptions. But what if you could add a natural strategy on top? A 2022 study at the USDA Human Nutrition Research Center found 1 to 2 grams of cloves daily for 30 days reduced total cholesterol, LDL, and triglycerides while boosting HDL. Cloves outperformed most other spices in the same trial. Eugenol upregulates LDL receptor activity in the liver, your body's vacuum cleaner for LDL. More active receptors, faster clearance. Confirmed by the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology with dose-dependent improvements. Cloves also rank among the highest ORAC antioxidant scores on Earth, and they prevent LDL oxidation. Oxidized LDL is the truly dangerous form, what macrophages turn into foam cells that build plaques. Cloves interrupt that process. How to enjoy it: add ground cloves to overnight oats with walnuts and flaxseed. 3. Cholesterol-lowering foods in one lazy breakfast. Or stir them into lentil soup. For a 1-2 punch to your LDL numbers. Number 7. Relieves bloating and gas. We've all been there. Perfectly normal meal. And 30 minutes later your stomach looks like you swallowed a basketball. For millions of people, this is daily, not occasional. Cloves are a carminative, they relax the smooth muscle of your GI tract, letting trapped gas move through instead of sitting there like an unwelcome houseguest. A study in Planta Medica showed eugenol calms the spasms that trap gas and cause that crampy, bloated feeling. Think of it as a muscle relaxer for your gut. Cloves also boost digestive enzymes. Research in food chemistry found clove extract enhanced pancreatic lipase and amylase. Better breakdown means less undigested food fermenting in your large intestine. Less fermentation, less bloating. Plus, cloves help move food through your stomach at the right pace, preventing the fermentation that causes that distended feeling. How to enjoy it: chew 1 clove slowly after a big meal. That tingling is the eugenol going to work. Too intense? Crush 2 cloves into warm water with honey and fennel seeds, a traditional Indian digestive tonic. Works shockingly fast. Number 6. Strengthens gum tissue and fights gingivitis. If your grandmother ever shoved a clove against your aching gum and said, "Bite down," she was practicing evidence-based medicine. Eugenol is still a key ingredient in dental cements and dry socket treatments. Not folk medicine, it's in the ADA toolkit. Gingivitis affects nearly half of adults over 30. Untreated, it becomes periodontitis, the #1 cause of tooth loss in adults. A study in the Journal of Natural Products found eugenol inhibits Porphyromonas gingivalis, the primary pathogen behind periodontal disease. A clinical trial in the Journal of Indian Society of Periodontology showed a clove-based mouthwash matched chlorhexidine, the gold standard prescription mouthwash, at reducing plaque and gum inflammation over 21 days. A kitchen spice matched a pharmaceutical in a clinical trial. Cloves also promote fibroblast growth, the cells that produce collagen in your gums. A study in the Archives of Oral Biology found eugenol stimulated fibroblast proliferation, meaning regular clove use could strengthen the tissue holding your teeth in place. How to enjoy it after brushing at night: chew 1 clove for 2 minutes, letting the juices coat your gums. Or simmer for cloves in a cup of water for 10 minutes, cool, add a drop of peppermint, homemade mouthwash. Store in the fridge up to a week. Number 5. Acts as a natural blood thinner, prevents clot formation. Blood clots save your life when you cut yourself. But when they form inside vessels for no reason? That's thrombosis. The direct cause of most heart attacks, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. Your blood security system going rogue. Research in thrombosis research showed eugenol inhibits platelet aggregation by interfering with the arachidonic acid pathway and blocking thromboxane A2. Eugenol tells your platelets to stop overreacting. This works like low-dose aspirin, but milder. At dietary doses, 2 cloves a day, you get gentle blood thinning without the stomach bleeding risk of chronic aspirin. A study in Biochimica et Biophysica Acta showed eugenol also reduces p-selectin on activated platelets, slowing the snowball effect that turns a small cluster into a vessel-blocking thrombus. Important caveat: if you're on warfarin, clopidogrel, or daily aspirin, tell your doctor. Stacking natural and pharmaceutical blood thinners increases bleeding risk. Stop clove supplementation at least 2 weeks before surgery. How to enjoy it: steep 2 cloves, a cinnamon stick, black peppercorns, and ginger in hot water for 8 minutes, add a splash of milk. Every ingredient works synergistically for your heart. Number 4. Heals stomach ulcers and protects gut lining. Stomach ulcers are open wounds inside your stomach lining. They affect about 10% of the global population and stem from H. pylori infection, chronic NSAID use, or excess acid eroding the mucosal barrier. A study in the World Journal of Gastroenterology found eugenol boosts gastric mucus production, the protective layer between stomach acid and delicate tissue. When that layer thins, acid eats through the lining like water through tissue paper. Eugenol keeps that barrier thick and functional. Research in chemico-biological interactions showed eugenol fights H. pylori directly, the bacterium that burrows into your stomach lining, and creates conditions for ulcers. It infects roughly half the world's population. Most people don't know they carry it. Cloves also stimulate prostaglandin E2, signaling molecules that maintain blood flow to the stomach lining and promote repair. NSAIDs like ibuprofen cause ulcers by suppressing prostaglandins. Cloves do the exact opposite. A 2024 study in phytomedicine found clove extract reduced ulcer scores by up to 60%. Comparable to omeprazole at moderate doses. How to enjoy it: drop 2 whole cloves into warm water, not boiling, and steep 15 minutes. Sip on an empty stomach in the morning. Or add ground cloves to a banana smoothie with raw honey. Bananas are gastroprotective. Honey fights H. pylori, and cloves tie it together. Number 3. Improves blood circulation and vessel function. Your circulatory system is a 60,000-mile highway delivering oxygen to every cell. When it works well, energy, sharp thinking, warm extremities. When it doesn't, brain fog, fatigue, numbness, things most people blame on getting older. Cloves are a vasodilator. A study in the Journal of Cardiovascular Pharmacology found eugenol triggers arterial relaxation through the nitric oxide pathway, the same mechanism targeted by Viagra, though we're talking full-body circulatory benefits. Endothelial dysfunction, vessels that can't dilate, is one of the earliest markers of heart disease. A study in vascular pharmacology showed eugenol improved endothelial function in metabolic syndrome models. Cloves score over 290,000 on the ORAC scale, one of the most antioxidant-dense foods ever measured, combating the oxidative damage that makes vessels stiff. Emerging research shows beta-caryophyllene in cloves improves microcirculation, blood flow through your smallest capillaries. Critical for organ health and peripheral circulation in your fingers and toes. How to enjoy it: golden milk, warm milk, half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, 2 crushed cloves, maple syrup. Turmeric and cloves together create a synergistic effect greater than either alone. Drink before bed. You might notice warmer feet by end of the first week. Number 2. Kills oral bacteria and prevents tooth decay before fluoride toothpaste, before electric toothbrushes, there were cloves. Evidence of clove dental care dates back over 2,000 years in Chinese and Ayurvedic texts. Tooth decay is caused by Streptococcus mutans, bacteria that feed on sugars and produce acid that dissolves enamel. Mutants form stubborn biofilms and thrives in the acidic environment it creates. The most successful villain in the history of your mouth. A study in the Journal of Dentistry found eugenol kills S. mutans at dietary concentrations and disrupts its ability to stick to teeth and form biofilms. Without that ability, the bacteria are homeless and vulnerable. Research in Carey's research showed clove compounds inhibit glucosyltransferase, the enzyme S. mutans uses to build the scaffolding of dental plaque. No scaffolding, no plaque, no acid, no cavity. A review in the journal Molecules confirmed eugenol's broad-spectrum activity against Candida albicans, Aggregatibacter actinomycetum comitans, and multiple Streptococcus species. Eugenol also works as a topical anesthetic, same mechanism as lidocaine. Kills bacteria and numbs pain. That's why clove oil has been the go-to toothache remedy across every traditional medical system on Earth. How to enjoy it after your morning coffee. Basically an acid bath for your teeth. Chew 1 clove for 60 seconds, then spit. Neutralizes acidity, kills bacteria, and leaves your breath smelling like a spice. Market instead of a Starbucks parking lot. Number 1. Supports overall heart health. By regulating blood pressure. Here it is. The number 1 reason to eat 2 cloves every day. Every benefit we've covered has been building toward this: heart protection through blood pressure regulation. Hypertension affects nearly half of American adults, 116 million people, per the American Heart Association. Globally, 10.4 million deaths per year, the single largest risk factor for death worldwide. Most people don't know they have it because there are virtually no symptoms until something catastrophic happens. Cloves tackle blood pressure through multiple mechanisms. First, vasodilation. Eugenol activates the nitric oxide pathway, relaxing blood vessels. A study in Life Sciences showed dose-dependent reductions in arterial pressure, comparable to the calcium channel blocker nifedipine. Wider vessels, lower pressure. Second, ACE inhibition. Research in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found clove extract naturally inhibits ACE, the same target as lisinopril and enalapril. A pharmaceutical-like mechanism from a food. Third, reduced inflammation. Vascular inflammation drives arterial stiffness. Cloves reduce NF-κB activation and scavenge free radicals, keeping arteries supple. Fourth, blood thinning. Better fluidity means your heart pumps easier, reducing arterial pressure. Fifth, cholesterol reduction. Lower LDL means less plaque, less narrowing, lower pressure. Every benefit is a thread they all weave into this tapestry of cardiovascular protection. A 2025 study in the North American Journal of Medical Sciences found daily clove supplements for 12 weeks significantly reduced both systolic and diastolic blood pressure versus placebo, attributed to the synergistic action of eugenol, flavonoids, and other compounds working together. Start with 1 clove every morning on an empty stomach. Chew slowly for 3 to 5 minutes, swallow the juices, spit out the fibrous bits. In the afternoon, add clove tea after your heaviest meal or chew a second clove 20 minutes before a walk. Pick one and stay consistent. For maximum impact, add the nighttime protocol 3 to 4 times per week. Chew 1 clove after brushing and let the juices sit. Within 3 days, the morning stiffness loosens. Within a week, the bloating and chest tightness diminish. Within 2 weeks, you're moving more freely, breathing more easily, getting through your day without heavy fatigue. Within a month, your blood pressure numbers will improve so dramatically your doctor will ask what you changed. But consistency is everything. This is a daily habit. Just like brushing your teeth. And it costs about $2 a month. Compare that to prescription blood pressure medications that cost hundreds with side effect lists longer than your arm. Avoid these critical errors. Don't chew right before a meal. You need 30 minutes on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. Don't drink coffee or acidic beverages right after, acid neutralizes eugenol. Give it 20 minutes. Don't expect overnight miracles. Full cardiovascular healing takes 4 to 8 weeks. Don't stop your prescribed medications without talking to your doctor. And don't buy ground clove powder from the bargain bin. The powder loses up to 60% of its eugenol within weeks of grinding. Whole cloves only. Your body wants to heal. Your heart, your blood vessels, your gut, your gums, they all want to work properly. They just need the right raw materials. For decades, you've been told cardiovascular decline is inevitable with aging. That's a lie. It's preventable. It's reversible. But you have to give your body what it needs. Cloves deliver concentrated doses of the exact compounds your cardiovascular system requires to neutralize oxidative stress, calm chronic inflammation, and restore healthy blood flow. You're not fighting aging. You're correcting a deficiency that modern diets created. Your great-grandparents used whole cloves in their cooking, their teas, their remedies. They chewed them after meals. They brewed them every winter. We stopped. We eat processed foods stripped of these protective compounds, and we wonder why our hearts collapse after 50. You're not broken. Your diet is broken. Fix the diet. Fix the heart. Here's my challenge. Commit to 2 whole clove every morning for 30 days. Track how you feel. Notice the warmth returning to your hands and feet. Pay attention to the bloating and chest tightness disappearing. Watch your energy improve, your mornings get easier, your walks get longer. Write down your blood pressure today. Measure it again in 30 days. The numbers will speak for themselves. The science is bulletproof. The results are real. But you have to do it. Your blood pressure won't fix itself. Cloves are your solution. Start tomorrow morning. 1. Whole clove, empty stomach, chewed slowly for 3 to 5 minutes. Every single day for 30 days. Your heart will thank you. Your energy will thank you. Your independence will thank you. Let's fix this, starting tomorrow morning.